Hey everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're going to be using the awesome Pretty Party Decor stamp set. I love this stamp set. The color combinations you could do with this just have my heart going all over the place. So we're going to stamp on some dark cardstock and we'll talk about the products that we're going to be using as we use them, but we're going to be using Distress Oxides because those are more of a pigment ink and those will show up on the dark cardstock. So I have some dark gray cardstock and I've put this into my mini Misty. I'm going to start by stamping out the sentiment. I figure that will be my center spot and then I can work around that from there. So I'm going to ink that up with some ink on 3 Juicy Embossing ink and then cover that with some white embossing powder. And then we'll heat set that till that is smooth and melted. I did use a magic powder bag or an anti-static powder bag on there to start, and it does leave a little bit of residue, but once this is heated and then dry, you can wipe that away. This panel was cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, but I decided to take 1/4 inch off the top, and then there you'll see I wipe away all of the excess residue. Now it's time for our stamping. So I've got some Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink and I'm inking up my solid images first. So that is the key here. You ink up your solid images. I'm going to stamp that out 3 times. Then I'll grab the bigger oval and I'm going to stamp that out using some Crackling Campfire. Again, dye-based inks really aren't going to work, not on this dark cardstock. You want this to be more of those like pigment type inks. And the Distress Oxides are the ones that are actually perfect for it, and you'll see why. This next one is Mustard Seed. So I love this little color combo. It just is so pretty. And then our next step would be to bring in some white ink. So this is the Shark Tooth ink on 3 ink, and I'm going to take the next step in this stamp and stamp that right on top. And it looks like I've just made a mess of things. But remember, if you've ever used Distress Oxides before, you'll know that they tend to grab whatever color is on top and change it to the color that the Distress Oxide is. So as this dries back, and I'm also going to heat set it, but as it dries back, you'll notice that that white kind of absorbs some of the color from underneath. So that way it's just a different hue of that color from below. And so then you get the 2 variations in color. And I love how that turns out. All right, now that that's done and dry, I'm going to grab out my Trinity Gold palette. I'm not sure if this is what it is in stock right now, but just keep checking back. This is a fabulous palette. And I know she'll have it in there as soon as it's available. But I'm just going to splatter that all over the background, make it look kind of like some stars or something. And then I'm even going to use some Picket Fence Distress paint. And I'll cover my wording because I don't want that to go over the top of that and possibly like skew what you're reading. And then I'll just splatter that white paint pretty liberally all over that background. I do want to do some of that same stamping on the inside, so we're going to do that same process that we did on the dark cardstock. It will work on your white cardstock. So start with your darker stamping first, or your solid image. That Salvaged Patina, then this one was the Mustard Seed, and then the bigger one I used that Crackling Campfire. All really pretty, and I actually just love how this combo goes together. And then once again you come in with your Shark Tooth White and you'll use that second stamp right on top. And then once again you'll heat set that just so that that dries back a little bit, and then you have your variation in color. Love it. All right, so now we're going to attach our panel to our card base. I'm going to put that to the far top of the card. That'll leave a nice white border at the bottom just for a little bit of interest. And it ties in the happy birthday to the background a little bit. And it makes those white dots pop a little more as well. It wasn't completely dry, so I'm trying to be careful. But now I want to bring in some of the brand new jewels. I don't know if you are aware of these. If you haven't, go check out the store because the colors are beautiful. There are these just gorgeous jewels. This first color is Brilliant Citrine, and I'm just going to match those up over the top of the coordinating balloons or party favors. And then we have this next one, which is the Aquamarine Ripple. So pretty. And then our last one is the Topaz Twinkle. And yes, Max is going to come in and do a little assisting as I put my jewels down. Eventually I'll have to just stop the filming here and try to start over because his head just gets in the way, and that little cat is so interested in paper that, I mean, it's obvious he's my cat. So here are the Topaz Twinkle, and like I said, there's a whole rainbow of these. But that's going to finish off our card for today. I love how easily this one came together. You could do this with so many different color combos, so give it a try if you have this set. If not, it is linked down below in the description box. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Huge thanks for stopping by, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.